Hello all, welcome to Clojure Diary, and I just want to tell you my experience with Clojure and Rust, okay, and why I converted a Clojure program to Rust, okay. So that's the thing. Uh, yeah. So look, I'm in a data science project, and it's a very secretive startup, and that's the thing. And there was a thing, okay, like we have a file and we need to do some processing and they should be output. Look, the processing can be done with anything, okay, right? So, and since Clojure is my favorite, I just wrote the code in Clojure. The development experience was awesome as usual, and we got the output, right? So, but then come to the real situation, right? Look, then I actually we had multiple file processing, okay, right? And I really don't know like whether how to, or like I was just kind of lazy, right? Maybe you have a way in Clojure like you can exploit all processes, okay, right? So at the same time and all those things, or in Java, right? So like do multi-process stuff that'll you will have like hundreds of files and maybe do something like batch processing of what to say 20 files at a time or something like that. Maybe that's possible, but yeah, like I didn't know, or I don't want to explore at that time. So what we just did was like we went to a thing called GNU Parallel. Okay, like this GNU Parallel, I just need to, my God, like, look, somebody needs to give a Nobel Prize for GNU Parallel. Okay, so, right, so it saves so much. Okay, right, you just write program to process one stuff and you just parallelize it and it can just do for thousands of stuff, and this gives almost no error. It gave no error. This GNU people are great. This free software people are just great. Okay, right. People should donate to them like hell. Okay, right. So, look, compared to Microsoft, Oracle, even though we give so much money to them, what they have done, or even Apple, like they just want to shackle us. Okay, right. But these guys have done such a great stuff. Okay, right. So, and maybe yeah, when this company turns into profit, yeah, I'm just going to tell my client to donate something to GNU Parallel. Okay, right. So that's the thing. So we just parallelize it. So like this jar file will now receive like thousands of files. Actually, like it's going to tens of thousands, and it's very soon it will reach hundreds of thousands. Okay, and it will just process and put the output. And yeah, from that output we will look at some other statistics and all those stuff. Okay, right. So that's the thing, and jar file needs to load and unload, right? So each and every time. That's how GNU Parallel works. Okay, you just load the jar file, you just unload the jar file. Okay, right? Thousands of times and all those things, and so that takes a lot of time. Okay, like Java is not optimized for that. Okay, that's why even we have Babashka in Clojure. Okay, right? You don't write command line stuff with Clojure because or something like shell script with Clojure because the loading takes time. Babashka kind of, I think it throws out some libraries from Clojure. So and so it is bit better, I just think. Okay, right. So that's look, that's my understanding. I could be wrong, right? But yeah, if you're a shell script person, yeah, you need to explore Babashka, like, and if you like Clojure, right, or Lisp or something like that, right? So that's that, right? And yeah, right. So yeah, this I just said like I really don't know how to utilize the entire high performance compute with Clojure Java. Yeah, that might be a handicap that made me go this way. Yeah. So I just what I just did was, yeah, I just did this, and this took a lot of time and what to say. Then so I just ported this, actually not Java, yeah, this Clojure project to Rust, and it was this Rust generated binary, and it this did the same stuff. So GNU Parallel, yeah, it doesn't care, like you provide a jar or something like that or whatever. So it just does the job, right? And yeah, look, I have to thank my engineering team to have come with a very good plan so that like we can just make a switch like that. Okay, right. So and that's the thing, right? So and everything worked fine, right? So just today morning I just said, what is the time now? 8:47, right? So yeah. I did a video before, that video didn't go well. So yeah, I threw that video and just before making that prior video, and I just tested and everything went fine. I pushed the commit. Okay. So yeah, I just want to tell you about Rust. Okay. The apps is almost no memory leak, I think. Okay. Right. So if you write it in safe Rust. Okay. Right. So, and It is really, really fast. I'll tell you the metrics. God, okay, right. And of course, more compute per watt. Look, HPC computer and all, it costs a lot, and with all this RAM pricing mania going on, like I just don't know, right? So we need these kind of stuff. Okay, computing is becoming expensive, right? So, and definitely it just saves my time, right? So even if I'm getting error in some stuff, I'm just running. Okay, right? So, look, this is a part of very big stuff. Okay, right? So and yeah, so that's the thing. And in that very big stuff, something breaks, and if the jar file takes a lot of time to run, and then I just see it in log file, it breaks. Then yeah, it's not a good thing. With Rust, yeah, look, it will break, but the thing is, at least I just move a bit faster. Okay, right. So yeah. The downs, my God, yeah, the code is complex. I don't know, right? So, thankfully, not as bad as JavaScript. Okay, right? It's the worst programming language I've ever seen. Okay, but Clojure is so terse and Rust is definitely not God. Okay, but yeah, it is. Uh, yeah, it's designed for different purposes, right? So yeah, so. And I don't know. Look, in data science, you deal with data frames, right? And it checks for the data frame dimension. In Clojure, I never had the problem, right? In Clojure, it was just a CSV, and then you just use maps. Or in Clojure, what you can just do is pull it from database, give it as JSON, and it is already in map form. Okay, right? So, and yeah, maybe you can store the JSON file. Maybe you can just pipe it to the jar or do whatever you want, right? So, that's the thing, and yeah, right. So, yeah, so maybe, yeah, like, look, I did the portrait AI, maybe that's how the AI understood it. Yeah, maybe I need to thoroughly look into stuff, and that's how it is. Now I just, okay, authorize it because I just test, we have a very robust test suite, and whatever I just tested with jar worked the same with Rust. So yeah, that's good enough for me. Yeah, that's why you need to have very good test suite and all those stuff. Okay, so yeah. Yeah. So yeah, in Clojure it's just sequence of maps. You can add 100 more columns to a data frame and what to say, or that's the thing. And the Clojure will just look into the keys that needs to be processed or the columns that needs to be processed. Okay, right? So in Clojure shipping, yeah, this is where Clojure leads. Okay, right? So in Clojure is just jar, right? So and it works on every system, right? So that's the thing. And I didn't even bother about people using Windows and GNU Linux. Okay, right? So, and that's the thing. But here you need to generate a binary for each and every platform. So that's the pain, right? So, yeah. So now coming to how was the port. Look, the code was in Clojure and AI understood Clojure well, really, really well. Okay, right. So, and it was just like fine for a file port. Look, I have this file in Clojure and now I'm having this file in Rust. Okay, right. So AI really understood well. I could see that. Okay, right. Okay. So I just feel like, look, if you have code, and that might be better than the strings typed by human in prompt. Okay. And that's what I just feel. Okay. Right. So maybe prototype in some language, Python or Clojure or something like that, and tell AI to do it. Okay. Right. So that seems to go really, really well and takes less tokens and all those things. Okay. Right. So that's the thing. And yeah, of course, a well-designed code is understood by AI well. I don't find it surprising. Okay, right. So that's the thing. And yeah, and maybe yeah, this also made a difference. Okay, look, in each and every project I do in this AI era, what I just do is like I just have a folder called docs. Even in Lineage projects, I just do this. Okay, right, and inside the docs you have the thing called requirements. This is specifically for AI. Okay, right. So and then I just have the date. Okay, like okay, today is 20th August of 2026, and this is the first requirement of today. Okay, so the requirement is do a closure video versus Rust. Okay, do a closure versus a Rust video. Okay, right. So yeah. So that's the thing, and it'll be in Markdown, and I'll just specify in Markdown. Okay, this is the thing I just want, and then I'll just prompt the AI to follow this file and do it. And And this kind of steps was there, and AI saw it and it just understood it and it quoted it. Okay, right. So that's how it is, right? So maybe even saving the prompts may be a important thing in coming days. That's what I just feel. Okay, right. So and yeah, it was file to file port. I just told it. Okay, right. And AI took less than 30 minutes. And of course, yeah, I used a very, very powerful AI and all those things, right? So yeah. Um, and yeah, it made some mistakes, and I was able to make AI debug stuff. And that's where the testing suite comes in. Okay, look, maybe even if you're writing in Python or something like that, and it's very slow, have a good test suite. Okay, right. So, and that's the thing. Look, you might ask how it's. Look, the first thing was in Clojure. The test suite should be in Clojure, and then how it verified for Rust and all those things. Yeah, that I don't want to say. It's some trade secret. Okay, right. So that's the thing, right? You can't reveal everything in a proprietary project, unfortunately. Look, I would like to say I would like to teach everybody, right? But yeah, right. Yeah, now coming to this stuff, okay, right? This is why I want Clojure Rust. Okay, so where is this Clojure Rust? I don't know. Clojure to get a come on, like sponsor this person or something like that. Okay, right. So I did have a project called Clover. Okay, right. So I think that's better named actually, like compared to what is it, Clojure Rust or clj.rs. Okay, right. So and look, I didn't at that time. Yeah, even now I don't know Rust. Okay, and of course I also don't know Closure. Look, there's a lot of things I don't know, right? So, but there was already this guy who was just using AI and he was just going really fast. And yeah, I just thought, yeah, better let him take the crown and all those things. Look, we need something like the Clojure community needs something. The syntax is the king in Clojure. Okay, right? Just like the syntax is the king in Ruby. Okay, like Ruby is also another programming language what I really love, and you just go to these programming languages because of good syntax. Like that's the thing. It's more approachable for a human, right? So that's the thing, right? So look, rather than me now having this Rust code and then toiling with that, let's say tomorrow I can just port it to Clojure Rust. Okay, right? And I still get a binary, and it is almost as fast as code that is being coded in Rust. It's really good for the humanity, right? So that's what I'm just saying, right? So yeah, and oh god, where did I go? Right, right. Where did I? Yeah, it's here. Yeah. So yeah, it's really good for humanity and all those stuff, right? So that's what I just feel, right? And yeah, apart from that, yeah, nothing. Like yeah, that's the thing, and but there is one negative. It's only one person project, and I don't think he's accepting any commits. The issues also I just saw in Clojure Rust, and it's only by one person, and I think it's by Casey Matthew. I think, if I'm not wrong, I've done a video about Clojure Rust before, but yeah, I just kind of forgot his name. Okay, right. So um, and I don't think clj.rs has a ripple that Calva can work with, or if it can, I don't know how to do it. Okay, right. So that's the thing. I'm just ignorant, right? And yeah, there are also other contenders to generate binary. There is Jolt and Jank. Jolt is based on check scheme or something like that, which I think compiles to C and something like finally binary. Jank is direct on top of C++. Okay, but I don't know. Like I don't know if you just do it thousands of times, will there be some memory leaks or something? I really don't know, right? So that's the thing, right? The speed gains, yeah, this I just want to say for single file, okay, if I just do it with the Rust stuff and yeah, it's like 70% gains, okay, right? So, okay, not 70%, 70x gain. Okay, what could we run in okay, in 70 seconds by Java has been run by 1 second in Rust, okay. But yeah, the project consists of, this is part of a big system, okay, right? So even if I plug in Rust, okay, this is part of a big system. But so in the big system, yeah, now the other things like the Python stuff and what to say, other things dominated. So yeah, like So now it's only like 2.3x faster, but yeah, still, yeah, half the time. Yeah, that's good, right? So even though if I'm just running stuff and all those things, right? So that's about it. So that's how things went. And yeah, sorry, I can't show the code and all those stuff. And yeah, like that's the thing. But yeah, this is how it just went, and this is why I just want clj.rs, almost no memory leaks, still closure, and what to say, like good. Okay, right. So maybe yeah, I think I also need to look into Jolt. Okay, right. Maybe if the code what I am doing, right? So if it needs a lot of features to be appended or something like that, okay, right? And if I think this Rust, my God, it's giving me such a headache. I need to consider Jolt, okay? I think Jolt has a REPL and Jank, I don't know whether I think Jolt REPL can even work with Calva. Look, I'm just saying that because I just saw a thing called REPL in the documentation, but I don't know what is the difference between REPL and NREPL. Okay, right? So that's another stuff. Okay, I think Calva uses a thing called NREPL or something. I'm not sure. Look, I just need to try out and see it. Right? So and Jank, I don't know whether it has a REPL or not. I just don't know, but it's been there for long and all those stuff. Okay, right? So that's the thing, right? So yeah, that's how, and yeah, look, this is a special case. That's what I would like to say. Special case, special case. Okay, so, and that's the thing, right? So, it doesn't apply to all Clojure programmers. Okay, so this is for me in a particular project. Okay, and I first use Clojure because I really like Clojure. And I am using Clojure for web projects and all those things. And that's the thing. And maybe if Clojure Rust also, uh, what to say, becomes possible, and if we can use it in Cycloge community, this is the Cycloge community, and maybe possibly it could be one of the best things that's ever happened for data scientists. I don't know. Cycloge, okay, right? Maybe if Cycloge community can use it, it's going to be good. And I think Rust will have some kind of common unified layer very soon where we can access GPUs and NPUs, okay, right? No matter whatever the processor is, okay, right? So the Clojure, the Cycloge community could benefit out of it too, right? So that's the thing, right? So yeah, so that's about it. And so that was my journey, and it was fast. The journey was fast, and what to say, the kind of things where they should plug in, it is like something like a Lego blocks. Okay, so we designed it like Lego blocks, so you just plug in and it just works. Okay, so yeah, and yeah, yeah, that's how I can just even say like, okay, look, uh, the testing went really well, right? So uh, we could ensure that, okay, whatever this jar file produced, same thing came out of this thing, right? So yeah. So yeah, that was my journey. Yeah, it's a weird data science journey and all those things. And, yeah, a huge amount of data processing, right? So yeah, might not be applicable for a lot of closure programmers. Yeah, but yeah, I'm just vlogging it just because I like to vlog about things. Anyway, thanks for watching. Until we meet next time. Bye.